Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Football Plays YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, December 25th. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas on this Wednesday morning. Hopefully, you're with family and friends, opening up gifts, eating some good food. Maybe later on in the day, watch some NFL action, NBA action if you can. Hopefully, at the end of the day, when your bellies are full and you've got your gifts unwrapped, maybe we can give you some extra cash in the stockings after hitting some NFL or NBA picks. I hope everybody does have a Merry Christmas. We are going to be looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the Chiefs. Other game on the member side, also giving away $50 on the member side. So if you want to become a member, you're going to have a shot at that $50 giveaway. It's $4.99 for the month. It's like 15 cents a day or whatever it comes out to. Probably less than that. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to be breaking down the Chiefs and the Pittsburgh game, and we're going to do that right now. We're going to just look into this graphic right here. I am going to pull up some stats on this game as well. Also look at the schedules a little bit, but this is the usual graphic we have on this channel. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the Chiefs. Both these teams, kind of feeling their way out to the playoffs. The Pittsburgh Steelers, everybody's talking about them today on First Take, on ESPN, on Get Up in the Morning, and they're like, Pittsburgh Steelers, they're going to make the playoffs. Probably they're going to be a first team out. They're going to lose in the first round. I don't see that. I mean, they are definitely running out of gas right now, but they're just incredibly banged up. The defense has been banged up. TJ Watt wasn't 100% last week. No George Pickens. George Pickens back in this game. TJ Watt looks like he's going to be 100%. Pittsburgh Steelers at home as an underdog under Mike Tomlin. I have the number right here because last time I talked about it, I didn't have the exact number. Tomlin as an underdog at home, 21-6-3 in his career. That is 78% against the spread. Tomlin at home as an underdog has won straight up in 13 of the last 20 games that he's been in. So 13-7 straight up as an underdog. I love the Pittsburgh Steelers here. I've had this game circled for 3 weeks. I don't care that the Pittsburgh Steelers kind of limping into this game. They're not playing their best football right now, but they are getting a best receiver back in George Pickens. Russell Wilson's probably going to look a little bit better. And I'm going to pull up the numbers here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm just going to look at the schedule first. If you guys can see this. You guys see this? No, you cannot. Let's go to this. Let's go to this. Now you should be able to see it. Pittsburgh Steelers, mentioned the struggles for them over the last couple of games. They've played two of the best teams in the NFL. What do you want them to do? Philadelphia was a pretty good game until that fumble by Najee Harris that cost them the game. They were going to go into that end zone and tie that game up. Fumbled by the Eagles. Eagles didn't give them back the ball. Baltimore in the last game, 17-70 at one point. Couple turnovers for Russell Wilson. Offense didn't look great without George Pickens. They couldn't run the ball once again. Take a look at the numbers of the Pittsburgh Steelers on the rushing side. Beginning of the season, Harris, 70, 69, 70, 42 bad game, took the loss at Dallas. I don't know how that happened. 100 plus, 100 plus, 100 plus. Last 4 games, last 5 games, 75 decent, 53 horrible, 14 horrible, wasn't even the leading rusher. The Pittsburgh Steelers have to establish a run game or they're going to lose this game to the Kansas City Chiefs. You've got to continue to try to run the ball if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Russell Wilson doesn't have it in him anymore to throw the ball 400 plus yards in a game. He just doesn't. Not his fault. It's just the age. It's time. Nobody can beat time. It's not Russell Wilson's fault. They got to try to run the ball a little bit more in this game. I do think they will run the ball a little bit more in this game. Let's go take a look at the Chiefs' schedule because I'm going to play a little bit of game here because we're just going to see how many games should the Chiefs have lost over the last several this season. And we are going to start with the first game of the year. Should have won that game. Everybody says that could have been a loss. Toe was out. And the Ravens were coming back anyway from a blowout. So we're going to give the Chiefs a win there. Bengals game, pass interference call, screwed the Bengals. Atlanta game, pass interference called, screwed Atlanta. Chargers game, won them fair and square. New Orleans won it fair and square. San Francisco beat the brakes off them, but they lost. I believe they lost Debo in that game. They also lost Brandon Ayuk with a broken leg in that game, so that one hurt as well. Raiders, that time they did beat him straight up. Tampa Bay in overtime, Mahomes got the ball first. Denver, was Denver the block kick, right? Yeah, Denver was the block kick, just ran him over. Chiefs win that game. Buffalo beat them pretty easily. Josh Allen, 50-yard touchdown run, MVP kind of moment. Carolina could have beat them. Drop ball from Carolina cost them the game. Oh, no. That was the Eagles. Mahomes had the ball 27-27, got a field goal drive, I believe. Raiders, just horrible clock management. One of the refs called illegal procedure. One of the refs called offsides. One of the refs called illegal formation. So who the hell knows what happened in that game? Chargers, second time around. I think they just won that game straight up, didn't they? I believe so. Cleveland straight up and then Texans straight up. So, everybody makes fun of the Chiefs for, probably having a 7-8 overall record, but they're one of the best teams in the NFL for a reason. You know why? They win these close games. They win those close games. Probably going to be a close game here. That's why I'm taking the point. I'm not a doofus like that. I'm not going to take Pittsburgh on straight up on the money line because I do think when the Chiefs find themselves in a really close game, they tend to find a way to win. So just give me Pittsburgh here +3 as the play. Yeah, you like to gamble. You like to gamble if you're taking Pittsburgh on the money line because the Chiefs, they just always find a way to win these games. Next play, we're going to go to Patrick Mahomes to throw an interception in this game. It's -110 right now. This feels like it's extremely easy. We took Lamar Jackson to throw a pick last game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That did happen. It happened late, but it did happen. Patrick Mahomes this season is throwing nearly more interceptions than he was touchdowns through 12 games. He has picked it up just a little bit, throwing a little bit more touchdowns than interceptions. We're going to see another pick in this game from him. He's going to force the ball down the field, probably into double coverage, going up against Xavier Worthy. He's been trying to give Xavier Worthy the ball more. Also, they have Hollywood Brown back in the lineup, so probably a little bit more go routes with Hollywood Brown as well. I do think he's going to throw a pick in this game. Let me go look at the numbers here for Patrick Mahomes, and I'll bring you guys with me after I change this graphic here. Yes, let's go here. Let's go here. Boom. There it is. We're going to go back to the main mode here. Patrick Mahomes this season, 23 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and that was 10 touchdowns or 9 touchdowns to 10 interceptions at one point. So, yes, he has been much better over the last several games. I have this conversation with my friends all the time. How many games would the Chiefs win in the playoffs when they won the Super Bowl without Patrick Mahomes? They have 3 Super Bowls. They've won back-to-back with Patrick Mahomes, and they won in 2019. They beat the 49ers in overtime. That one in 2019 was basically all Patrick Mahomes. I think he had 3 touchdowns, 300-plus yards. He led them for a game-winning drive. The second one, Patrick Mahomes, he didn't have a great game. I think he only had 184 yards going up against the Eagles, but he had 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That was mainly the defense doing their thing. It was a high-scoring game. Mahomes led a couple drives, but he only had 184 passing yards in the game. And then the last one was against the San Francisco 49ers, had a decent game in that one. Everybody knows the game-winning field goal by 27-yarder by Harrison Butker last year. So the Chiefs, without Patrick Mahomes, this is a question for the comment section, I guess. You guys want to say anything in the comment section? How many Super Bowls would the Chiefs have with Josh Allen as their quarterback instead of Patrick Mahomes over the last 6 years? I said at least 2. I said they would have won at least 2 Super Bowls with Josh Allen over Patrick Mahomes. I do think Patrick Mahomes carried them one of those Super Bowls. That's just something fun to talk about. But let's go back here to the NFL player props. I do think Patrick Mahomes will throw a pick in this game. I'm going to take him to throw a pick against the Pittsburgh Steelers as the first play. Second play of the day, we're going to go to Lamar Jackson. Over 215.5 passing yards going up against the Texans. The Texans this season have been pretty good defensively. They've had to be pretty good defensively because C.J. Stroud's having a huge sophomore slump. Tried to big brother Caleb Williams the second game of the season. Had a decent game after that. But after that Bears game and after a couple contests after, he's been one of the worst quarterbacks, I guess I can say, in the NFL. Definitely bottom 10. Hasn't been having a ton of good games. He lost Tank Dell last week. Horrible injury for Tank Dell. Feel horrible for him. But we have not seen C.J. Stroud play well. I think his best game after that Bears game was against the Lions. In the first half, they got that huge monster lead against the Lions. Then the Lions came back in the second half and beat the Texans somehow, some way. That Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions in that game as well. So Texans I just don't think they're that good of a team right now. I am going to take Lamar Jackson to go over 215.5 passing. I do think Lamar Jackson will be able to torch this Texans secondary. We are also going to have some storylines for this game. It is Deontay Johnson got cut from the Ravens. He is now on the Texans. Funny how that works. I believe Deontay Johnson is going to try to play in this game. Maybe look at his player props for, have a couple catches, have over 30 yards, whatever it's going to be. But we also have Isaiah Likely most likely going to play, going to play a lot of snaps in this game. And I think the Ravens and Lamar Jackson are much better with Isaiah Likely in the lineup. You can put him at the slot. You can put him at the tight end. You can run double tight end set with Mark Andrews. I think Lamar Jackson is much better with Likely on the field. Zay Flowers obviously been a monster this season. Rashad Bateman picking up a lot of receiving yards this season, a lot of catches, a lot of targets, deep threat. I like Lamar Jackson in this game. I'm going to take him over 215.5 as the final play. Let's go over to the recap graphic. Pittsburgh +3. I'm not going to buy the hook. I'm just going to say +3. I know it says +3.5 there, but I don't think you need it. Give me them +3. Mahomes to throw an interception. Lamar Jackson over 215.5 passing yards as the final play. Guys, that's going to do it for the NFL plays and props for Wednesday, December 25th. Merry Christmas out there. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.